This video supports chapters 18 and 21 in my new book, Fishing the Edge, Techniques and Tales from Surf, Boat, and Kayak. You can learn more at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon. Okay, first northeast trip of the season here, and I've got something major new. That brand new 70 with 1 hour on it. Yeah, so I'm going to work on breaking it in. Going to hopefully catch some fish. It's foggy. It's 45 degrees. It's not like the weather I left in Florida, but let's get the season started. Oh, thankfully I broke out of that fog in a matter of minutes. And hey, that motor installation was done by Goldsmiths in Southold, and they've been recognized as the oldest continuously run marina in the United States. It's been in the family for 100 years. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll have links to all of the gear in the video description. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And this is Eastern Long Island. Okay, my first slowdown is over the bass grounds, and as expected, the current is just barely moving here. So my plan is to go do big porgies, because this is the time of the year to do those. I'll do those for a little while, and then I'm going to come back to these bass grounds with the current running and try to get some stripers. Okay, approaching my porgy spots. You know, in an ideal world, I'm going to mark them first, but I am not seeing anything. This is a week earlier than I usually fish, and it's been cold. So my plan is I'm going to do a couple drifts and just try to hook one, and then I'll put the chum out. So let's see how that goes. Okay, my bait is frozen squid from the previous season. Yeah, it's Porgies. They don't care that that's from last year. S&S John Skinner Blackfish Porgy jigs. Yeah, they're great for this. Hey, it's what I had Stanley make them for. And going to go with a 1 ounce. Current's starting to run here. Alright, first drop. I think I've already decided I'm coming back a week later from Florida next year. It's cold and nasty. Almost nobody out, but a couple boats. So I want to see if I can at least catch a couple currents faster than I would like. If I could just get some bites, I'll put the chum down. I saw nothing on the fish finder. I only have 2 blocks of chum. I don't want to waste it on an area with no fish. Okay, I spent no more than 2 or 3 minutes at that, and so I'm just going to move in a little tighter. I'm looking at, I've got 3 marks here, and going to get up along a contour line and just drop down again, just again, see if I can just get a bite. Okay, trolling motor's off. I'm drifting here, just trying to, you know, just find something. And yeah, if I get some bites, I'll just put it on spot lock immediately, get that chum down. And this is about 30 feet of water. Bite? Or is that just bottom? Just dragging bottom. Whoop, that was a bite. That's a bite. Hit the brakes. I'll tell you what, catch one fish, I'm putting the chum down. Something there. Ooh, a fish! My first northeast fish of the year. Hey, it is a porgy. Thump, thump, thump. Looks like a good one too. Very good. Oh, the first one. Oh my God! Look at this thing. Well, if you're gonna go porgy fishing, man, that's the kind to catch. Holy crap! Look at that. Oh, what a start! My God. Hey, that's good enough to get the chum out, get that down, and see if I can attract some more. And the chum, the squid, the chum pot all comes from We Go Bait and Tackle in Southold. And last year they started carrying my rods as well as my jigs and stuff, so yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm going to spend a few seconds here looking at the current, the way the boat's set up, and try to figure out the best spot to put this pot, and then have my line down current of that. So, yeah, it's going to go up in this corner, and then I'll fish off the corner, and yeah, I should kind of be in the path of the flow. I greatly prefer squid to clams for this, and I just thread these on over and over, put them on real tight. You know, you don't need a piece hanging off. It's not like you're going for weak fish and you want it to look nice in the water. You just want to get it on the hook where they're not going to be able to pull it off, because they are like the best bait stealers. There we go. Oh, these are nice. And this is my first trip with the actual production light jig and bounce spin. Yeah, well, that's going to work too. These are nice Porgies. Yeah, if you've watched my blackfish videos, you've probably seen me use the prototype for this rod for blackfish, but this is the final version. They've got it just right, and yeah, it's great for this. It'll be good for all kinds of things. Fluke, snapping bucktails, you know, certainly it's a great blackfish rod. But this is my first chance with the one that's being sold now. It's J&H Tackle Dark Matter, and I'll have links to all that in the video description. Boy, this could be a big porgy. Yeah. Right on it. Another good one. Oh, this rod is beautiful for this. It's going to be great for a lot of things. Be a heck of a blackfish rod. So you can see the current moves pretty well, and you know, like it's 30-35 feet of water. I would say almost every boat that's out doing this here is using heavier tackles, heavy sinkers, all that. Come on, they're just Porgies. 10-pound braid is beautiful, just cuts the water really well. I think this is Seagar Smackdown, this bright yellow stuff. And yeah, then you can use a 1-ounce jig, and it's so much fun. Another sea robin? Oh, big porgy. Oh. Oh man, the size of this thing. You heard me make the sea robin comment. Yep, only 2 sea robins on this trip. No sublegal porgies. They're just big. That's why I do this at least once each spring. Whoa. Oh man. All right, this could be the biggest one yet. Holy crap. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. All right, so I kept about a dozen of these and threw back some others, and yep, off to the bass grounds. All right, you see on the fish finder there, big rise. Yeah, that's what this is. Ledges, drops, you know, all kinds of crazy up and down stuff, and some nasty rips. And yeah, that's where the bass are. So it's a matter of finding where they're set up. Okay, I'm dropping down a 9-inch Flutter Spoon. This one's a Maha, but I will switch to a different brand a little into the trip. Dropping down, and you want to feel that bottom collision. It helps if you feather the line a little bit on the drop to help that spoon cut through the water instead of flutter, and then sweeps with the rod. Occasionally you want to feel a bottom tap as you go down because you want to work that bottom water column, and up and down, just try to follow the bottom contour. Oh, spoon hit. Bluefish. That's what it is. It's a blue. Oh no, it's a striper. Boy, it just came up so fast. Okay. Nice fish too, keeper. All right, now these are horrendous conditions. The wind blowing against the current, so you're getting some scoping out. The line angling back. The other thing is, I'm going over these ledges, and you need to drop back once in a while. And I'm going to take a closer look at the reel and show you how this reel helps me do that. I wouldn't go more than 30-pound braid for this. You want to keep that line thin so it cuts through the water. This rod is actually my fluke rod, the Dark Matter John Skinner Jig and Bounce, the original fluke rod. It turns out to be, well, a great blackfish rod, and accidentally, it's really nice for doing spoons. I published a couple videos on that last year. Oh, there he is. I knew that was those were hits in there. Yeah, I haven't kept a striper in years, so they all go back. All right, so the nice thing about the Maxell for the spoon fishing is it's got this thumb bar. So if I want to drop back a little bit of extra line, I just push the thumb bar and boom. So it's very simple control of letting a little bit of extra line go out, one-handed. On most reels you've got to go over, flip a clutch, crank the handle or something. But this here, very easy to do. So I find that a nice thing for doing the spoons. So I'm definitely scoping more than I'd like to be. That wind's blowing against the current, so it's tough. I'm going to a Tsunami spoon. This one is looks like the same dimensions as the other one I was using, but it's definitely a little bit heavier. When I measured on my digital postal scale, I came up with 0.3 of an ounce heavier, so a little thicker. And yep, it's going to get down faster and it's going to stay down, so that's going to be helpful. Now I'm going off a ledge here, like 30 to 40 feet, and you'll see me hesitate in a second, and right there. So what I did right there was I flip that thumb bar down and then back up again to let out a little bit of line. And that's how I'm coming down this ledge, because a lot of times those fish are right at the other side of the drop-off. So my digital scale shows this spoon at 4.7 ounces. The first one I was using was 4.4 ounces.
Oh, there he goes. Boy, you know, I thought it was bottom, you know. And this tsunami spoon's definitely staying down a little better. And it's a little heavier. I can definitely feel it clunking bottom. Oh, there's a bass with him. Oh. Okay, just shake off, buddy. Shake off, shake off, shake off. Come on, you couldn't do it.
So I made a couple of drifts, actually with both spoons, and couldn't seem to get another fish for a bit there. So I had marked some stripers earlier on this other part of the rip in shallower water, and the current's just starting to slow up, so I wanted to see if I could maybe bucktail a couple.
There he is. Missed the first two. I don't even care if they're schoolies, I just want to bucktail some bass here. No, maybe that's not a small, huh? But they just wouldn't hit when the current was screaming. So I was hoping maybe as the current starts slowing up. Nothing wrong with that. You know what, that's probably low. It's probably a keeper. Barely. Thank you.
So I'm in around 15 feet of water in this spot.
Oh, there he is.
All right, just had those two fish in there despite marking quite a few. Yeah, back in the spoon spot, I'm going off this ledge 30 to 45 feet, so you'll see me dropping line. There we go, dropping a little bit of line right there, just hitting that thumb bar and trying to follow that contour down.
Deep. Feel free to come off.
Hey, no cows, but I'm more than happy with these. This is a great trip for breaking in the motor and good early season fishing. Yeah, and it's like 50 degrees out, so it's a shock coming from 85 in Florida. So I'm in Florida. I wear the Bimini Bay slickers and tops because it's just they're really comfortable. But hey, I'm wearing them here too. I just layered some clothes underneath them, and they're great for this and very reasonably priced. All right, I feel like it's a great start to the season, and it was a good way for me to put a little time on the new outboard, trying to work on breaking it in. So, hey, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Check out my online courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner. Don't forget my new book, Fishing the Edge, Techniques and Tales from Surf, Boat, and Kayak, available at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon.